Drizzy and T-Money blasting off the map. Mic check one, we igniting the chat. Big thoughts, big laughs, real talk on tap. From the stars to your ears, it's a certified slap. We break limits, no rules, no fear. Dropping gems every week, loud and clear. Vibes interstellar, mind so clever. Tune in once, you'll be hooked forever. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride. Catch the wave, let the banter take flight. Brainstorm sparking through the depths of night. Underdogs talking, put the world in sight. All killer, no filler, just truth in the mic. Zone out, let the speakers combust. In a convo with hosts you can trust. Groundbreaking spins, no fine gold dust. It's a must, turn us up, adjust. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride.
Don't sneeze on me.
Sorry, T-Money.
Get the hell out of here, Drizzy.
Okay. Welcome back to the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast. How's it going, T-Money?
It's not going too bad. Trying to enjoy a nice long weekend. The 4th of July weekend's right here, right around us, and had a great time with you yesterday at the Mets game.
At the Mets game. Go Mets.
Yeah, go Mets.
I think
I might have had
one of us had a bit more fun than the other.
Maybe just a little bit. Definitely wasn't one of my prouder moments.
We had a great time. We enjoyed ourselves, that's for sure. You know, it's just once we came down from the bleachers, we just knew we weren't going to be able to go back up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely was not going to happen.
No, but still enjoyed ourselves. Had a good time. We got our jerseys, so I'm super excited about that.
Got maybe more than one.
Ooh, a couple of the Juan Soto replica jerseys.
If you're not paying attention, that's your jersey.
You know, you slip that hand out, grab a little extra coming your way. So, but no, I definitely enjoyed it. Had a good time. We had fun.
I definitely had a good time with you yesterday.
Absolutely.
But I will say that if I could go back in time, I definitely probably would.
If I could turn back time.
Yeah, I might change that moment.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, maybe a couple of things. Maybe would have made the night a little more fun for me in the long run.
Made some wiser choices.
Oh yeah, the dripping sweat on the subway back was definitely enjoyable.
You live and learn. You live and learn.
Yeah.
We made it back home pretty good. Good timing.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, so speaking of time travel, would you ever time travel?
Oh, I thought about this a lot. Like, it's such a iffy question for me because I think so much about like what could happen if I did time travel. Like, what could some of the repercussions be from it? So I would love to go back, but I think about like going back and changing decisions or going back and like talking to your younger self and things like that, the ripple effects from that. So I don't know in what capacity. It depends on, I guess, what the stipulations are around it, like what the parameters are, what the rules are.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's been so many movies about it that you have to think that they got some of it right.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some ideas about it, and you wonder if they're all saying the same thing about the changing to history and how that can have that ripple effect and eventually change the outcome of the whole world at the end of the day.
Oh yeah,
you hear that quite often when it comes to time travel.
I think about slowing time down and speeding time, making time go faster. I mean, if you think about, there's a theory, it's Einstein's theory of relativity, which means the closer you come to light speed, the more time slows down. So that's something that, I mean, if you think about it with the astronauts that go up, I mean, there was an astronaut that was a twin that recently went up, and when he was up there for, I believe it was 6 months, and when he came down, they did tests, and he was actually aged less than his brother down on Earth.
Slower.
Yeah, aged slower. And it was actually really interesting because they said even his DNA was a little bit different, which I thought, I mean,
Well, they say that it does permanently alter your DNA and it permanently alters your cell structure
oh yeah. I
being in
mean,
space for an extended period of time.
that's why I really wonder, are humans really able to survive in space?
It warps our cell structure, so it just depends on what we can physically handle. Does it do it for the better or for the worse? Like they say the astronauts come back and then long term they have all these crazy additional health concerns that arise due to their extended stays in outer space. But what if were to just stay in space? Would you experience those health issues because we never returned back to Earth? Instead, we continued in that environment because if we're slowing down our aging process, we're slowing down the destruction of our cells. Wouldn't that mean we would actually live longer?
I would think so. I mean, honestly, space has always been something that really has interested me. I would love to have, go up to space and like be like an astronaut. That would be something that would be really cool. But I mean, when I really think about it, there's so much that we don't know. I mean, sending a person up to space is great, but as you said, would somebody be able to survive in like on the Mars environment for how long?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mars is similar to Earth, but
What
it's
are
not
the
Earth.
long term effects of living in space? What are the long term effects on the altered cell structure to our body? Um, could it increase cancer rate? Could it decrease cancer rate? I don't know. It's just thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, they do say that there is a radiation, belt around us. I mean, the only reason that we don't feel it here on Earth is because of our atmosphere.
That's what protects us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
So
we need to stop destroying it.
yeah, well, yeah, that's a
It's the only
different.
thing keeping us safe right
That's a whole
now.
different other story.
But with that, I mean, I think about like wormholes and how mysterious they are, right? There's like so much we don't know about it. How it's like you can travel through a wormhole, they can like connect distant locations. Like where the entrance, where does it exit? Like what's the intended purpose?
I mean, I believe wormholes is pretty much the only thing that's going to allow us to really travel through space. I mean, our technology right now is just not capable of doing that. But I mean, with the wormhole, I mean, it's basically, you know, it's like the Einstein-Rosenberg bridge. It basically connects, unstable
Well,
and
it's that's the theory.
that's the theory behind it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's I mean, I think it would be interesting, but I think it would also be scary. I mean,
Probably deadly, most likely.
most likely.
Don't
I
think
mean,
we would even survive. I wonder how we would even study that.
yeah. I mean, like I said, it really is something that we don't know anything about because I said we've never really been able to witness one.
Hmm.
So the thing that is even scarier and we know so little about it, are black holes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And all we know about them is that they're completely pitch black, void of any light at all, and we don't know where they go.
Yeah. I mean that's. I mean, we call ourselves smart, but when you really think about it, we know so little. I mean,
Nothing.
it's the same thing with the bottom of the oceans. We don't know anything about 'em.
Nothing. Yeah. But the thing is, we don't have the technology even to study that. How do you study that?
I mean, they say you can't.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
no
I
way.
said, I mean, every theory that I've seen on black holes is whatever goes in there does not come out.
You'll never see it again.
I mean, and what I think is also pretty cool though is
Where does it go?
that if you send something into a black hole, it looks like it stops because it's traveling so much slower in time than you are. So they said you would look at something and look like it's not moving,
Like
but
it's just frozen.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it is moving. It's just
At a much slower.
much slower, crushing, infinite death type of of movement.
Wow.
I mean, but now there is a theory with black holes that now they haven't been able to prove it because they've never observed one. But there is a theory, something called a white hole, which they think that is the connection point. So
Basically, like the opposite of a black hole.
so
It's the
basically,
exit
black
point.
holes suck everything in,
Mhm.
and white holes spit everything out. So I'm like, is that like a wormhole technically? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would love to know more about it, but I said it's hard to know more about it when it's just a theory. It's
Sure. Wormholes are hypothetical tunnels. Black holes is proven that they're black holes. White holes not proven. But if there is a white hole, wouldn't that just be a
a
wormhole?
wormhole, pretty much, right?
A plus B equals C. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you, but that sounds like it makes a little too much sense.
I mean, true. I mean, now let me ask you this: if you were somehow able to survive a black hole, so time would slow for you, and it would continue to go at the same rate as me, is that like time travel?
Depends. Like, how much is time slowing down for me? Am I aging slower?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if that's time travel though, because are you actually going to different
I mean, you're not
points
going to a
in
different
time?
point in time. You're just
traveling at a different
You're just
speed.
traveling at a different speed. So would
Through
that be
time.
considered time travel?
I
Technically.
don't know.
It's an idea.
Something to think about.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
I don't know. I mean, did I just blow your mind?
So, I think about this with time travel. This is something that's like a common thing that's talked about, but something I think about recently is like the grandfather paradox.
Oh, I love this paradox.
Oh, right. Like if you go back in time and you meet your grandparents, or you keep them from meeting, will you cease to exist at that point?
Well, I mean, like I said, I all of my time travel knowledge is from Back to the Future, so it's literally that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, you make those tiny
prevented
alterations.
Your parents from meeting or your grandparents from meeting, do you cease to exist? And then, if you cease to exist, would you have still changed the past?
That's a great question, but you wouldn't have existed to be able to come change the past. So what would happen to you in that moment that the past was changed? Would you just go poof and cease to exist?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
I think I just blew my own mind.
I think so too. I mean,
that really is interesting.
I mean, that ties into the butterfly effect, though, right? Like how the tiny changes in the past, so little tiny things, like maybe you're walking down the street and you step on an insect you didn't step on the time before, like that trickle down effect that it can have on the entire future and every thing that happens.
You step on a butterfly and like Hiroshima never happens.
Yeah, like it drastically change.
Yeah.
The present and the future.
I mean, there was a really I hate to divert it a little bit, but there was a really stupid sci-fi movie where this guy steps on a bug in like Jurassic era. He comes back and that bug has like morphed into some weird plant and has taken over the world. I was like, what in the... I'm sorry. It just reminded me of it. I'm thinking about it.
You never know. In an alternate universe somewhere, you never know how things can happen on different timelines.
So now this makes me wonder, if the butterfly effect does happen, right? Would you go back to your timeline, or are you going back to a totally different timeline? Like someone that like skewed off because you changed something in the past. So it's not technically your timeline anymore. It's an alternate universe
but
timeline.
It's not an alternate universe timeline. You simply changed the current timeline that you're in by making that little difference in history. So you
erase your current timeline and start a new one.
Essentially, yeah.
Ooh.
What an experience to go through that. Oof. I don't know. It's like, it's chaos theory. It's the movie, like the butterfly effect, exactly what we're talking about. Or like, I don't know if you remember this, like the Simpsons episode with the toaster when they're like jumping through time, trying to change every little thing that happened and like going to different like timelines and impacting history forever.
Yeah, I mean the best way to think about it. Did you ever see the movie Hot Tub Time Machine?
Oh yeah,
It's a classic movie. I mean, that comes to the back to the.
Don't go back in the past and kiss your own mom on accident.
Yeah, exactly.
Just don't do it.
But it also comes to the idea of, if you went to the past, would you change things like invest in Apple or like
insider trading,
create Google?
I mean, look, hindsight is 2020. If I could be like, I don't know, 18 with the same knowledge that I have now, even younger, even younger, man, like 16 with the same knowledge, the
Yeah.
choices I would make, the things I would do, having all that knowledge and knowing like what the next things are going to be, what hasn't come out yet, what hasn't been thought of. You better believe I would use that knowledge.
I'm telling you, I would have been like, they'd be like, the luckiest man on earth. He's won the lottery 24 times.
He just keeps on knowing,
He
or
just
like
knows those numbers.
this stellar inventor that just keeps inventing the next technology and the next thing that's like the world needs just because you've already seen it happen.
It'd be T-Money Ogle.
T-Money Oogle. Droogle for me.
There you go. I'm saying, I mean, like, I really, it really is interesting. But, that comes, part of that now comes to the idea of if you did go back in time. Now, I don't know if you ever saw the movie, The Time Machine.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so The Time Machine has a really interesting, concept at the end. And I'm going to say it's not the greatest movie, but it's good enough to get through. But the I guess creature at the end that's super smart basically says, if you go into the past to change the future, that you never would have created the time machine to go into the past to change the future. So it's like, if you go to the past and change something and it works out for you, then you have no reason to create the time machine.
Yeah.
So technically you can't go into the past to change anything because there's a good chance you may destroy the reason that you actually created it.
Yeah, or cross some sort of, I don't know, wires in the timeline, just completely skew things off.
I mean, when he said that, I was like, okay, so basically you can only go into the future and to see.
But don't mess with any. I don't know.
I don't know.
Then.
Could you go into the future and change something in the future?
Ooh. Because I mean, I guess it's your current actions that will impact the future.
So what are your future? No, geez, I think I just blew a circuit. my
T-Money's brain just shortened a little bit.
My brain did a
just short circuited.
Reset. It was like
that was it.
Oof.
That was it.
Oof.
I don't know, but like, okay. Would you rather time travel to like ancient Rome and be with like the Roman Empire, or like go even way, way, way back? Like I don't even know when. Like,
so are the rules like if you go into the past, you're not like you wouldn't be allowed to, but like you just wouldn't be able to change anything. Like you just can observe.
You can observe, experience, but like can't change, can't alter.
Oh, so you can experience it.
Yeah,
man, that would be it. See,
ancient Rome or dinosaurs?
I'm a history buff, so I think I might go ancient Rome.
Ooh, that'd be fun to experience and see. Like,
I mean, gladiators.
But think about that, like seeing the Roman Empire just as a whole,
at its peak.
Be amazing.
I mean, that would be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
I think, yeah, I'm a history buff. I would have to go with the ancient Romans.
That makes sense. I would probably as well. I'm pretty scared of dinosaurs. I don't know. I think I'd be pretty terrified to see them in real life. I'm good on that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting because I'd really want to know, is our theory of what they look like real? I mean, we're kind of just theorizing that these are the bones of a T-Rex. This is what we think it looks like.
How about your first day ever of work or your first day of high school?
Like work on my very first job, like a real job,
like real job.
Nah, I would go to real job. I don't want to redo high school. No, I was not cool in high school.
Yeah, I go back and forth on it. I think maybe high school.
Really?
Maybe high school.
So no, is it like first day of high school and just the experience a day, or do you got to do all 4 years of high school again?
That's a great question.
Like, no, I'm not doing 4 years of high school.
I wouldn't want to do 4 years of high school, but it might not be a good idea for me.
Because here's my thought is like, I would know what high school was like. So if I went back with the same knowledge that I already know what high school was going to be like.
I wouldn't need to go through high school. I would just drop out, get my GED, finish up, and go do whatever I want to do after that.
I would just realize all the information I learned in high school
doesn't matter. Useless. And I would just start a business and go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really,
entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm going to go first day of real work.
Yeah.
So, to that effect, would you rather stay on Earth or would you rather move to Mars if you're not going to die, like they have it set up properly. There's like an environment and it's survivable, let's put it that way. It's not like, like the movies where where it's like, survival of the fittest. But let's say it's like that. Would you rather stay on Earth or would you rather go to Mars and, create a new planet?
I think, I think I'd rather stay on Earth, to be honest, because I think about so much I would miss out on here on this planet that I haven't gotten to experience. And if to go on Mars, you would have to be on like a space station, indoors all the time.
That's true.
When are you gonna feel a breeze on your face? When are you gonna like lay at the beach? Things like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, right now, I think that's the idea. I mean, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and all them, they're all they're all competing to be the first to get to Mars, which I think, yes, Mars is an important step for us because it kind of protects us from becoming extinct.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, you have to understand, the Mars atmosphere is 96% carbon dioxide. It has 38% of the Earth's gravity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a temperature. I mean,
it's
you
around
think
80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is
-80.
Pretty oh.
So I mean, you think you're cold.
Oh.
You think you're cold now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to go outside anyways. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to feel that.
I mean, hopefully.
But I think the biggest thing is like the gravity there, the difference, like, and then the fact that you're not protected by any sort of radiation.
Oh yeah, because Mars doesn't have an atmosphere.
None.
So it's not like the Earth.
No.
I mean, that's the. But I mean, I also, think about, as you said, like bone loss and things like that. I mean, even with, I think, artificial gravity, I still don't think it's like Earth. I mean, there has to be some sort of effect on your body.
Oh, absolutely. But like they say that, like I mentioned earlier, when astronauts come back, that they end up having these long-term health effects. But I think that your body begins to deteriorate more without gravity. You're not utilizing your muscles as much, so they begin to atrophy. Your bones lose strength because they're not being used with any weight or force against them. And then there's the mental health effects.
I was going to say the mental effects of. I mean, I'd probably be perfectly fine. But
you would be fine alone.
Yeah, I'm like, the lone wolf.
You'd prefer to be alone.
I actually am alone on Earth, so it's like I would be the best candidate for this.
But like isolation is a big deal. You're separate from just civilization. You might still have people there with you, but like not nearly the same people that you would talk to on a day-to-day basis.
Could you imagine if you had like a really horrible argument with somebody and you're stuck with them?
Stuck in space forever.
That's exactly what I want.
I think also about like circadian disruption. You're not like your rhythm is just completely changes. Like what would that evolve to?
I mean, that really is part of it. I mean, like I said, if you can't, I don't know about you, but when I sleep horribly for a couple of days straight, I am not a happy camper to be around. But,
Same.
I mean, it's just. I also think of like the food aspect. I mean, you're not eating like fresh fruit or fresh vegetables. You're eating powdered milk.
Freeze-dried.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
no good. I mean, I'm sure there would be a way where they would figure out how to farm like on
eventually.
A ship, something. No, I believe that if they were to set up some sort of like living quarters in space, that there would be some sort of like farming set up on the space station, because you can't do it eventually. You would have to do it before you go out. Like a hydroponic system. You can indoor grow anything.
They do it
anything.
Now. So I mean, they do the soilless.
Yes, there's hydroponic grow system or soilless grow systems that are very successful now. That would be successful on a ship, but they would have to get that set up.
Like these Elon Musks and Jeff Bezos are just moving too fast, and they're not going to do that. It's going to be it's going to be like powdered like chicken.
Yeah, going to be like powdered box lunches.
Yeah, mix this up.
Ooh, but then
Lunchables.
the worst thing I think about is like the toilets in space. Like, where is the waste going? How are we getting rid of it? No gravity on a toilet. They would have to have some sort of like suction system.
How do you wipe?
I mean, the same way you wipe now.
But don't you have to like keep? Isn't like the toilets in space connected to your spacesuit?
If you're in a space station, you're not wearing a spacesuit.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
Like inside a space station, it has gravity in it.
Yeah, I guess if it had gravity in it, yeah, I guess that would be right. And you would have to have gravity because otherwise the water wouldn't stay in that toilet. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, listen, learn something new every day.
Yeah. They have their own gravities put in place. At least that's what I think. That's what it shows in the movies, right? I think about like Star Wars and on Star Trek. They're all like weighted down somehow. They're not floating around.
That's true. That's true.
Create their own gravity systems.
Yeah. I mean, now, do you think, that space is more closer to a Star Wars type of thing, or maybe a Star Trek type of thing? Because I feel like Star Trek is like unity and stuff like that, but Star Wars is
much as I would
like
want us to be more Star Trek and more like, more unity and more like working together and intergalactic exploration and conquering new lands, I really do think it would be like everyone for themselves and every galaxy for themselves and pit against each other and intergalactic wars and battles.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going down the right track there.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
honestly,
what I would see.
I mean, we can't get along on Earth, so I'm assuming that there's got to be some jerks up in space.
I mean, it's just going to be like space feudalism and war versus diplomacy and scientific advancement. We could go the right way, but we're not. We're going to go the wrong way.
Oh yeah, it's like who's got the bigger gun?
How long do you think? Say that were to happen. Say like somehow we head towards one of those routes. How long do you think we would survive in either?
Me and you?
Sure.
I don't know. We're both pretty rugged. I feel
like we could do it.
I feel like the two of us would do pretty good.
I feel like we'd be okay for a bit.
We know how to,
we can bullshit our way through anything.
We can bullshit. We know how to like negotiate, like street talk. Like you're a little
savvy.
bit, you're a little bit more,
a little rougher on the
edges. So I think you would be perfectly fine, and then I would just.
You have that clean cut balance.
Yeah. I could talk to like the certain people. You could be the muscle.
Ooh, I like it. Although I'm not very scary at all, but I'll pretend to be.
Listen,
fake it till you make it.
As long as you, yeah, exactly. That's like our last episode.
Fake it till you make it.
All right.
I don't know though, but it would be pretty cool to be in a place where you do get to like travel from planet to planet and hop on your spaceship or your spacecraft and be able to like zoom off. It would be pretty cool to be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought about that. Like, I mean, being on another planet that was actually like civilized, like, that Luke Skywalker thing where he's in his little jetty and he's like going across the desert. I'm like, that just looks cool.
It does, just zooming around.
I mean, but also like the Han Solo thing where he's like, oh, we're gonna go to this planet and that planet. And it's like you get to see so many different places and so many different people. I mean, I know it's like. It's probably got some scary aspects to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm sure.
There also is a lot of excitement because could you imagine like flying by a star and like seeing it up close, or like going to a different planet that like just has a totally different race of like civilized people, and you're like,
but you can easily just go and visit. Yeah.
Like it's not like you have to like prepare.
You're not being deported out of that
yeah.
planet, being told that the borders are closed.
Yeah, you're not taking like, oh, you have to have 6 years worth of food to get there. It's like, oh, okay, we're gonna have breakfast here and dinner there. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Space, like planet hopping through space.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I like it.
Exactly.
I like it. Are there any like times or in history that you would never want to visit?
I think the dark era, because like they probably think I was a witch or something.
Same. They would hang me. They would burn me. That would be it. They wouldn't even hesitate.
I'd pull up my Zippo and be like,
but
fire!
It was just rain and gray and mud,
disease, and I bet
gross.
you everybody stunk.
Oh, the smells!
I'm like, yo, put a stick of deodorant on or something, my friend.
I'd rather hang out with the cavemen and the dinosaurs than any of that.
Yeah, I mean that. I don't know. I honestly would like to go more into the future than go into the past.
See what's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, because we're gonna have some pretty cool stuff in the future. But I mean, I said the only reason I would go into the past is just to see certain things, like the Wild Wild West. I would love to go see like an authentic Wild Wild West town.
Yeah.
Like just as long as I don't get shot or hung
no
or dragged behind
street.
a horse or
But go into like a pub, go to a saloon, and get a drink.
Actually, I'd have.
Although
to be,
I don't know if you want to drink that.
I was gonna say I'd have to be careful because my stomach is not great with that stuff. So it'd have to be booze because water would just come through me as water.
Well, that's why they drink beer all the time because the water wasn't drinkable.
Don't even get me started with the war. I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, oh, I'd be sick all day.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I think I might want to go back to like the 70s, 60s, just to experience what that was like for a little bit, just to kind of see like what the time was. I
mean, I would like to go back then to experience more of the music.
The music, that's sort of what I mean. The music, what it was like without having cell phones and computers and technology and stuff, and just what life used to be like.
Yeah, I mean, the time before cell phones, God. I remember when it was like actually fun.
I remember as a kid, nobody had cell phones. It was just such a different time.
Instead of getting text message of like you up, it was like, hey, you want to go play?
Yeah, like you actually had to like call the home phone or go knock on your friend's door. Like, take me back to that time.
Is Jeremy home? No, I'm sorry, honey. He's out for right now.
See, I would love to go back to my time, go back to that time and raise my kids in that time.
Oh, yeah.
So if I could go back, I would raise my kids in the 80s.
Fell out of a tree and broke your arm, and now it's like
put some dirt on it.
They're like, go outside. You're like, why? What's outside? It's like,
what is that?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's fresh air,
I don't know. What do you think like aliens actually think of us? Like, what do you think if they're observing us like we believe they are? What do you actually think they are? Do you think they were like dumb or like we're just like
I think
a freaking mess?
I think that they probably see us as, useless, like animals that just can't get along with each other. I mean, like, I understand that, in Star Wars, like they didn't get along with each other at certain times, but they could cooperate when they needed to. Like, I think us, it would be like, oh, we're superior than you. So yeah, we're not going to respect you. I think that's why they don't come. Or if they do come, they're like, look at these dumb,
maybe they
stupid.
just don't think it's even worth like coming. It's not even like they're like, let's just let them blow themselves up.
Because that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna kill ourselves anyway. So they're just watching it happen. They're watching our own destruction.
Oh yeah, because then they'll be like, we'll take over the planet once they're all gone.
Maybe we are their science experiment.
That's a big theory that I've said about the aliens thing, is that we are just a big science experiment.
They're posted up on the moon, just hanging out, watching us.
They're like, we can destroy you so easily.
But so with that, like, what do you think about like space tourism? Like hopping on a spacecraft for like $300,000, taking a quick hop up into space and coming back to Earth. Like, what do you think about this?
I mean, I'd love to do it. I'd never be able to afford it, but I'd love to do it. I mean, I guess it depends on what we're doing. Am I just like going to be floating around the planet, or am I going to go somewhere else? Like if I'm going to go somewhere else.
Space tourism seems like, I mean, the flight they just did, it was just they kind of did a hop up and come right back down.
Oh, that Blue Origin thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got made fun of for that because it was only
it was awful. It was awful. But that's where we're at right now with it.
I mean, I hope I live long enough where it becomes affordable and I can do it. I mean, I would just like to go up and just see Earth from space and know it's not be positive that it's not flat Earth, and I can rub it in everyone's face. Be like, you see how it's a circle?
I saw it. I told you.
You see how it's a circle? It spins. Exactly.
We went around it.
Like,
it's real.
I can't believe there's still those flat Earth people. I just can't.
Yeah, I think about like if there was time travel and how it would impact our relationship with our therapist. Like instead of our therapist saying, okay, like that's the trauma. Now how do we resolve that and work through it? Instead, we'd have the power to just kind of jump back and completely change that decision, never have to experience it again.
Yeah.
Do you think that would reduce my therapy bill?
It probably would.
Oh man, that'd be so good for my insurance company.
It's like, but now there goes a theory of, would you have gone back in time because you never needed that therapy? So, like, would you have told yourself to go back and do that? It's like, it's a paradox.
It is a paradox. I don't know.
It really is.
I don't know. But I do think it'd be really good for my mental health to be able to go back and be like, I just don't want to do that.
I think it'd be good for my physical health, so my shoulders wouldn't hurt so much from all the stupid lifting I did that was super heavy. I could tell myself now, like, if I could go back, I would be like, lightweight, man. Lightweight. You still look good.
So 20 years. If you go back 20 years and tell yourself something, what would you say? What would be the first thing you'd say to yourself?
I think I would. Oh, that's a good question. I would, actually, I think I would be like, I wouldn't tell myself what happened, but I would like cherish the moments with all of your family members.
Oh, that's yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be one of the biggest things because I wouldn't say who or what, but I would like say, cherish time with your immediate family
Yeah.
because
Embrace the time
it
because
does
it's short.
because it's short and things do change in the future.
Blink
And
your
just
eyes.
leave it at that. So like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know
Mhm.
something's gonna change in my immediate family. That's what I would do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It just makes you more aware and like more appreciative of what you have for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. That's me. I mean, that's what I would
That
do.
makes sense.
What
That
about
makes
you?
sense. Ooh, great question. Probably tell myself to focus on starting a business and invest in Bitcoin and
Yeah.
cash out early.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think that's probably exactly what I would tell myself to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely would change a couple of my financial choices. That's for sure.
I don't know whether we're in a time loop or just spiraling emotionally. Remember, just please don't sneeze on me.
And I have to say, especially if you're from the year 3042 and you haven't figured out not to ghost people on these dating websites. I mean, come on.
Let's get it together, people.
Exactly. But this is T-Money dropping the mic.
We out.